Hello everyone, my name is The Clever Fool. Today I'll be playing the fifth and final episode of Bayinnaung titled The Old Tiger. I've heard that this one is pretty difficult, so this might end up being a post-commentary. But I have a strategy, and I am going to try it out. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started.
1580 AD, year 30 of the reign of the Chakravarti. Though the tiger grows old, his hunger does not leave him. It grows with age, driving him to fresh hunting grounds and giving him a taste for more dangerous prey. For 30 years, I have ruled Burma and made a dozen kings bow before me. But what will they say of my life? That I ruled by the sword and killed many men? That I, a king, was a slave to my desire? The old tiger is stubborn, but he knows when his hunger has gotten the best of him. My sons lead the army to conquer the Rakhine coast, the gateway to India. They are like their father once, chasing in vain across the earth for their greatest victory.
Alright, our main objectives are for Bayinnaung and Nanda to survive, and to bring Bayinnaung to the 4 Buddhist temples, the Wonders. Our hints tell us that at the start, we will not be able to train units, but once Bayinnaung's meditations are completed, you will have a population limit of 300. So this is going to be a 2-phase mission by the looks of it. You must be aggressive as your resources are limited. A slow approach will only result in a slow defeat. The faster you complete Bayinnaung's meditations, the less time your enemies have to train units for the final battle. A group of monks with theocracy can turn any odds in your favor. Your scouts report that Bayinnaung's sons, Nanda and Thinga, attacked the Rakhine capital of Maraku from both land and sea. Because the Burmese army is so far from the homelands, their supplies are limited. The Rakhine in yellow have stockpiled resources and have time on their side. The longer the siege lasts, the greater the Rakhine's relative strength becomes. The Portuguese in purple command the northern end of Maraku and fight as mercenaries of the Rakhine. Their ports are well defended by bombard towers. Beware their Wonder, which has strong defensive capabilities. Portuguese Wonder has defensive capabilities? Okay. Okay, let's get this started.
Father, please sit and allow your son to fight. You are tired from the long journey.
Long is a mile to him who is tired, but short is life to him who is idle. I will go to meditate. You may watch over me.
ကဲ့ကျွန်တော်သွားနေပါနားလေသွားနေပါဟုတ်ကဲ့ဟုတ်ကဲ့မိတ်ပြီးပါနားလေပါတယ်လက်နဲ့ယူကြမိတ်တော်အတိုင်းပါဟုတ်ကဲ့ကျွန်တော်သွားနေတော့နားလေသွားနေနားလေပါတယ်
ပြောပါဟုတ်ကဲ့လှုပ်လိုက်မယ်ဘုရားချက်ချင်းပါတန်ရဟုတ်ပါ
မိတ်ပြီးပါဟုတ်ကဲ့ကျွန်တော်သွားနေပါဟုတ်ကဲ့နားလေပါတယ်မိတ်ပြီးပါ
ဟုတ်ကဲ့မင်းတော်အတိုင်းပါ
မိတ်တော်အတိုင်းပါကျွန်တော်သွားနေပါဟုတ်ကဲ့မိတ်ပြီးပါ
ဘုရားဟုတ်ကဲ့ရတန်ရ
မိတ်တော်အတိုင်းသွားနေပါနားလေဟုတ်ကဲ့
မင်းတော်အတိုင်းပါပြောပါချက်ချင်းပါဟုတ်ကဲ့လှုပ်လိုက်မယ်အမင်းတော်ဟုတ်တိုင်းပါ
မိတ်တော်သွားနေပါကျွန်တော်သွားနေပါတယ်တက်ကြဟုတ်ကဲ့နားလေပါကျွန်တော်သွားနေပါမိတ်တော်တိုင်းနားလေပါတယ်ငါတို့တိုင်းမိတ်ပြီးပါဟုတ်ကဲ့တော့သွားနေပါလက်နဲ့ယူကြဟုတ်ကဲ့မိတ်တော်တော့သွားနေပါ
ဘုရားချက်တော့လိုက်တန်ရဟုတ်ကဲ့
မိတ်တော်သွားနေပါဟုတ်ကဲ့မိတ်ပြီးပါဟုတ်ကဲ့နားလေသွားနေတော့သွားနေမိတ်ပြီးပါဟုတ်ကဲ့မှန်ပါမိတ်တော်နားလေပါ
မင်းတော်တိုင်းပါဟုတ်ကဲ့ဘုရားလှုပ်လိုက်ပြောပါချက်တော့ဟုတ်ကဲ့ပါဘုရားတန်ခါပြောပါလှုပ်လိုက်
ဟုတ်ကဲ့ကျွန်တော်သွားနေပါ
ဟုတ်ကဲ့ ပြောပါဟုတ်ကဲ့ဘုရားဟုတ်ကဲ့ချက်ချင်းပါ
မိတ်ပေးပါမိတ်တော်သွားနေမိတ်ပေးပါလေပါဟုတ်ကဲ့လေပါမိတ်တော်ကြမိတ်ပေးပါဟုတ်ကဲ့ကျွန်တော်သွားနေပါမိတ်ပေးပါသွားနေပါပြောပါဟုတ်ကဲ့လုပ်လိုက်ပါမယ်မိတ်ပေးပါတက်ကြတရားတန်ခါအမေဟုတ်ကဲ့တရားတန်ခါမိတ်ပေးပါဟုတ်ကဲ့မိတ်တော်ပြောပါချက်ချင်းပါဟုတ်တော်သွားနေပါကျွန်တော်သွားနေပါဝိတော်တိုင်းပါဟုတ်ကဲ့လိုက်ပြီ
Okay. This is actually great. So I succeeded in doing what I set out to do, which is destroying both castles. I don't want to completely relax here because I don't think we're out of the woods completely. But I guess we can talk about it while we're doing the meditations. I want these two armies to link up if possible.
Stand fast, men. Guard the Chakravarti while he meditates.
Okay.
My trap is the water pot filled. Likewise, the wise man, gathering it little by little, fills himself with good.
All right. So, is this meditation done yet? Doesn't seem like it. No, let's not leave our boy behind.
My journey is not yet finished.
Okay.
I will go to another temple to meditate on the noble truths.
So while we do this meditation, basically the play here is to take out both Vietnamese castles as soon as possible.
Stand by your king, men of Burma. Protect the Chakravati.
Okay, so basically the play is to destroy both Vietnamese castles here. As soon as that happens, they will surrender without producing very many units. The next step then is to destroy both of player 4's castles, which is this one and this one, as well as this one and this one. That's why you saw I went completely all in on that.
Changeable. Everything appears and disappears. There is no blissful peace until one passes beyond the agony of life and death.
So the idea is, after you destroy this castle, this castle, this castle, and this castle, those are the 4 player 4 castles, then player 4 will resign. Once player 4 resigns,
Yet finished.
player 3 actually also resigns.
Another temple to meditate on the noble truths.
And once player 3 resigns, you'll see that the
Protect you on your journey, father.
only enemy that we actually have is Portuguese at this point. And they'll send these squads of champions at us. All right. So now, once those guys are destroyed, the only things that we have to worry about are the Portuguese, like I just mentioned, as well as these harbors that don't seem to destroy themselves. And as soon as you are able to do this, theoretically, the second part of the mission should be very easy, where we only need to defeat the Portuguese and no one else.
Thousands of candles can be lit from a single candle, and the life of the single candle will not be shortened. Such is the bliss of the way.
So now we are in really good shape. The eastern side definitely has more micromanagement involved. You have a lot of stuff that you need to do.
Is not yet finished. I will go to another temple to meditate on the noble truths.
The men will protect you on your journey, father.
Yep. So you can see this meditation portion has become very, very easy, thanks to our efforts early on. So early on what I did was I destroyed the monastery back here and the barracks and the archery range so that fewer units would be coming out at a time. I also converted those 2 battle elephants at the bottom to give myself more tanking potential. Every little bit counts. The next thing that we need to do after that, as I go along this meditation here, is to beat down this gate. Setting up your trebuchets to beat the gate down is very important. During that time, the first wave of Portuguese soldiers will arrive. They'll be swordsmen. I suggest you meet them with your swordsman and your Arambai.
Okay.
Start meditating, sir.
Stand by your king, men of Burma. Protect the Chakravarti.
Okay. The swordsman, so their swordsman can come by. Oop.
Even death is not to be feared by he who has lived wisely. Though the flame be put out, the wick remains.
All right. So then after the first wave comes, the next wave is cannoneers, crossbowmen, and some monks. Those guys are very dangerous because they can bait your melee units forward and trigger more of yellow than you need to. So I suggest saving your knights to deal with those and remaining patient. Instead, using Arambai to attack them from afar and taking them with your elephants. As you fight off that wave, you will want to start destroying this castle. Oh, looks like he's dead.
Against us. Do not fight for glory. Fight for Burma, our history, and our future.
Let's do conscription, start getting some trebs and Arambai out. Let's get elite battle elephant. A bunch of elite skirmishers. And let's start making our way across back to the east side now. I would like Arambai. I'm going to garrison Nanda inside this castle. I don't want to lose the scenario because he died. Alright, very good. We're researching Cannon Galian. Let's do Elite Cannon Galian and train a few of these. Now, fortunately for us, the Portuguese just have a little tip on the island, so it's not going to be a huge deal to deal with them. Do we have a castle back here? Let's grab Elite Arambai, mana per cavalry. Set our gather points forward. Okay, Nanda, just chill out in the castle. I don't want to lose you for no reason. Let's start taking out some buildings here. Okay, I would like to secure naval superiority here too. But this is pretty much a foregone conclusion by the looks of it. Do I have any siege workshops? I do. I'm going to train bombard cannons instead of trebuchets. And that should be all she wrote. We still have plenty of resources. Yeah, the Portuguese on their own do not stand a chance here. This tiny little island. 3 fate areas. That's their wonder. And they have a guy named Felipe de Brito Nicote or something like that. Sorry, bud, you're not long for this world. Don't even really need the navy. Our victory is complete. And only in 20 minutes as well. Goes to show what a little bit of speed and planning can do. Ah, I see. It's a bunch of towers layered inside the Wonder. That's what gives the appearance of the Wonder able to do damage to us.
The greatest victory this day belongs to my father.
Alright, yeah, I could definitely see why this would be considered a super hard mission if you don't know the strategy. I can't say I came up with this one myself. I have to give credit to a few guys on the Age of Empires 2 Wikipedia. I think it is King Y2J or something like that. Super smart guy. And another user that actually went out and delineated which castles trigger what. I'm sure I could have looked through the game code to come up with a strategy like this, but it was not my original idea. I will say it worked extremely well, though. What ended up happening was that the second phase of the mission ended up being quite anticlimactic, considering that we had already defeated all of Yellow, so we only had to deal with Portuguese. But I can see how this mission would be super, super, super incredibly difficult if we tried to go the route of escorting first. I can see how like the urban combat would eventually wear our guys down, especially with all the production buildings that would be getting utilized by everybody. I think the important thing to do is, no matter what you do, is to destroy as many production buildings as you can. So castles, siege workshops in particular, stables in particular, because they produce battle elephants. If you can knock down those types of buildings in your initial attack, that will slow down the grind, so to speak. That will essentially give you more time, more bang for your buck, because the number of units that can throw at you per second is much, much lower. But if you want to be like me and utilize this strategy to take care of the units early with your starting force, I highly recommend it. The micro on the east side is kind of difficult at the start, but it's not impossible. With the understanding of what you are expected to face. Oops, there's my phone dinging. Sorry about that. With a solid expectation of what you're going to face, as well as a path to destroy those castles, you can easily do so and take care of all of Yellow before you even do your meditations. And I highly recommend that. After the first 15 minutes or so of the scenario, the rest of it was extremely smooth sailing. All right.
My father did not live to see the conquest of the Rakhine. The doctor claimed the lung sickness took his life. But I know my father. No man who rode a charging elephant into throngs of Shan archers, who stormed the cities of the tide, or who ruled an empire not seen since the ancient days, would die from a mere cough. No. My father left this world because he chose to. There was only one conquest left, worthy of a man like Bayinnaung. I know legends will be told of him. I know old shamans will tell prophecies. But no deed would match his final act. Greater in battle than the man who would conquer 1,000 men is he who would conquer just one, himself.
Cool. And got a couple of hermit monks over here. Something that I also considered was you could land Portugal, kill them off from the sea first, and then convert the Federias to get additional resources. That would be a very long and grindy affair. But potentially viable, I think, in case you want to ensure that you are able to win later on. But yeah, an excellent final mission. Super, super fun. Definitely the top mission out of the 5 here. And I think this is the one that earns Bayinnaung the 3-sword rating. It took me several attempts to get the micro down correct at the start to be able to adequately destroy the castles without losing either of my heroes and maintaining enough forces to protect my king through his meditations. Anyway, with that, we have actually finished every single campaign except for the historical battles. It's amazing that we got this far. Thank you guys once again. My name's Clever Fool. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.